What if I told you that there is a single habit, practiced consistently, that can completely rewrite your financial destiny? Forget everything you think you know about getting rich, no complex investment strategies, no risky business ventures, and no need for a six-figure salary. The real secret to breaking the chains of financial stress and achieving genuine freedom is not about how much money you make, but about how you manage the money that passes through your hands every single day. For decades, we've been sold the same tired advice: work harder, climb the corporate ladder, save every penny, or chase the latest side hustle craze. But what if the true path to financial independence is far simpler and more profound? Today, we're going to dismantle the biggest money myths and zero in on the one transformative habit that has quietly built the fortunes of the world's most resilient and secure individuals. This isn't about luck or privilege. It's a universal principle, backed by data and the lived experiences of millionaires who started with nothing. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what this habit is, why it works with scientific precision, and how you can implement it starting today to build unshakable financial security. So, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and finally unlock the door to a life where money is a tool for freedom, not a source of constant anxiety, then pay very close attention, because this could be the most important information you ever consume. Let's start by confronting a brutal truth. Most people are running on a financial treadmill, working longer hours, chasing promotions, and cutting back on small pleasures, yet they feel no closer to real freedom. The reason is a fundamental misunderstanding of wealth creation. Society conditions us to believe that income is the ultimate goal, so we pour all our energy into increasing our earnings. We land a raise, breathe a sigh of relief, and then, almost like clockwork, our expenses creep up to meet and often exceed that new income. This phenomenon, known as lifestyle inflation, is the silent killer of financial dreams. It doesn't matter if you earn $30,000 or $300,000 a year. If your spending automatically expands to consume your entire paycheck, you will always be one missed payment away from crisis. The data is stark and unequivocal. Numerous studies, including research from the National Bureau of Economic Research, have shown that beyond a certain point that covers basic needs and comfort, increases in income have a negligible long-term impact on personal wealth accumulation or happiness. So what separates those who achieve financial freedom from those perpetually stuck in the rat race? It's not the size of their paycheck. It's their relationship with their paycheck. The foundational habit we are talking about is conscious, intentional, and automated money allocation. This is the deliberate, systematic practice of deciding where every dollar will go before it ever reaches your hands, prioritizing paying your future self first. This is the core engine of wealth. Think of your income as a powerful river. If left unmanaged, it will flow everywhere, watering every desire and whim, leaving the landscape of your future parched and barren. But if you channel it with intention, diverting specific powerful streams into reservoirs for your future, you create a lasting resource that can sustain you indefinitely. This process begins with a radical shift in perspective. You are not a consumer who occasionally saves. You are an asset builder who occasionally spends. The moment your income hits your account, your first and most important transaction is not your rent or your grocery bill. It is a transfer to your future self. This act, done automatically, rewires your financial brain. It moves wealth creation from an afterthought, what's left over at the end of the month, which is usually nothing, to the primary purpose of earning money. The mechanics are simple but profound. You set up automatic transfers that instantly funnel a predetermined percentage of every single dollar you earn into separate accounts designated for specific wealth-building purposes, financial security, investments, and future opportunities. This system operates silently in the background, removing the need for willpower or complex monthly budgeting debates. It ensures that growth is consistent, inevitable, and separate from your fluctuating monthly expenses. The psychological impact of this automation cannot be overstated. It creates what behavioral economists call a choice architecture that defaults to wealth. You are not constantly battling the temptation to spend. The money for your future is already safe, growing in a place you cannot easily touch for impulse buys. This liberates your mental energy and actually reduces financial stress because you know the most important financial action of the month has already been accomplished without any effort from you. The percentage you allocate is less important than the consistency and the automation. Whether you start with 5% or 25%, the habit itself is the seed from which the tree of financial freedom grows. This habit forces you to live on what remains, naturally streamlining your expenses and fostering creativity within a clear financial container. It transforms saving and investing from a chore into a silent, powerful partner in your life. This is the exact methodology used by everyday millionaires profiled in studies like those in Thomas J. Stanley's The Millionaire Next Door. These individuals rarely have extravagant incomes. Instead, they have extraordinary discipline in allocating their resources systematically, always paying themselves first through automated means. They understand that wealth is not about what you earn, but what you keep and cultivate over time. By adopting this single habit of automated allocation, you are not merely tweaking a budget, you are installing the operating system for financial independence. Every other financial strategy, investing in index funds, real estate, or starting a business, becomes exponentially more effective once this foundational system is in place, because it guarantees you always have capital to deploy. This habit builds the engine. Everything else is just choosing the direction in which to drive. Now, to truly grasp the transformative power of this habit, we must dismantle the biggest obstacle standing in your way, your own psychology, and the environment designed to exploit it. We live in a world engineered for consumption. Every advertisement, social media scroll, and peer comparison is a carefully crafted trigger aimed at separating you from your money and convincing you that immediate gratification is the same as happiness. This creates a powerful current pulling you towards spending. Relying solely on willpower to swim against this current is a losing battle. A habit of automated allocation is your lifeboat and navigation system combined. It works because it aligns with the scientific understanding of how we make decisions. Our brains have two primary systems: the fast, emotional, impulsive system, what some call the lizard brain, and the slow, logical, planning system. When you see a limited time offer or feel the social pressure to keep up with a new trend, your impulsive system fires up, seeking the dopamine hit of a purchase. If your savings plan relies on manually transferring money at the end of the month, your logical system is already exhausted and that money is almost always gone, spent under the influence of countless small impulses. Automation bypasses this internal conflict entirely. It is a pre-commitment strategy, a contract you make with your logical future self when you are calm and clear-headed. By the time the impulsive triggers hit, the money designated for your future is already in a different account, often one that takes a day or two to access. This cooling off period is often enough for the logical mind to reassert itself. Let's look at the data on automation. A landmark study published in the Journal of Consumer Research found that people who used automatic saving plans saved up to 300% more over a year than those who tried to save manually. Another study by Vanguard, one of the world's largest investment firms, analyzed retirement account behavior and found that participants enrolled in automatic contribution escalations were 90% more likely to achieve their retirement savings goals. The numbers don't lie. Automation turns intention into inevitable action. But this habit does more than just build a bank balance. It fundamentally changes your identity around money. When you pay yourself first automatically, you stop identifying as someone who is bad with money or always broke. You begin to see yourself as an investor, a builder, a person of means who is patiently constructing their future. This shift in self-perception is critical. It influences every other financial decision you make. You might find yourself naturally researching investments, seeking out financial education, or making more frugal spending choices, not out of deprivation, but because you are protecting the capital for your future self. This habit also provides unparalleled clarity and reduces decision fatigue. You no longer waste mental energy every month wondering, can I afford this? or how much should I save? The framework is set. You live on the allocated portion, and you know your future is being funded. This creates a surprising sense of abundance within constraint. Furthermore, this system is incredibly resilient to life's ups and downs. When an unexpected windfall comes, a bonus, a tax refund, a gift, the automated system captures a portion of it for your future before you can mentally spend it 10 times over. Conversely, during a tight month, your savings and investments continue uninterrupted, even if it's a small amount, maintaining the crucial momentum of the habit. The consistency is what compounds both in your accounts and in your neural pathways. Every month that the automation runs, you are reinforcing a new identity, the identity of a financially disciplined person. This is the exact opposite of the chaotic, reactive financial life that causes so much stress. It creates a flywheel effect. The small, automated actions build a growing asset base. The growing asset base generates hope and confidence. That confidence fuels further good financial behaviors and learning. This positive feedback loop is the secret engine behind most self-made financial success stories. They didn't have magical willpower, they had intelligent systems. They outsourced the discipline to a preset, automated process. This is why financial gurus from Warren Buffett to modern financial psychologists all preach the same core principle: automate your finances. Buffett famously said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." Automation is the only reliable way to execute this philosophy in a world filled with distractions. It is the bridge between knowing what to do and actually doing it consistently. By implementing this, you are not just adopting a money tactic. You're reprogramming your financial mindset from one of scarcity and reaction to one of abundance and proactive creation. You are moving from being a passenger in your financial life, subject to every bump in the road, to being the pilot with a clear, automated flight plan. With the psychological foundation set, let's delve into the tangible, life-altering outcomes this single habit creates over time. This is where abstract habit meets concrete reality through the most powerful force in the universe: compound growth. Automated allocation is the vehicle. Compound growth is the rocket fuel. When you automatically divert money into investment vehicles, be it a low-cost index fund, a retirement account, or other assets, you are not just saving money, you are purchasing income, generating assets that work for you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The key here is the unwavering consistency that automation provides, which allows compound growth to perform its magic. Compound growth isn't just interest on your initial money, it's interest on your growth. A snowball rolling downhill that gathers more snow with every revolution. The earlier and more consistently you start, the more dramatic the results. Let's illustrate with hard data. Assume you start automating just $500 a month into an investment, earning a conservative average annual return of 7%. The historical average of the S&P 500. In 10 years, you would have contributed $60,000, but your account would be worth approximately $86,000. In 20 years, you'd have contributed $120,000, but your account would be worth over $260,000. In 30 years, your $180,000 in contribution balloons to nearly $610,000. Notice that in the later years, the growth from compounding massively outstrips your own contributions. This is your money working for you while you sleep, eat, and live your life. Now, imagine if the amount you automated increased by just 3% each year, matching a modest raise or inflation. The numbers become truly transformative, potentially reaching well over $1 million from a habit of a few $100s a month. This is not get-rich-quick speculation. This is get-rich-sure mathematics powered by consistency. This automated, compounding system is what creates what is known as financial runway and eventually escape velocity. Financial runway is the safety net that builds quietly. After a few years, you may have accumulated 1, 2, or 5 years of essential living expenses. This changes everything. It means a job loss is an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. It means you can walk away from a toxic work environment. It means you can take a calculated risk on a business idea or a career change you're passionate about. This is financial freedom in its intermediate stage, the freedom of choice. The ultimate stage, financial independence, is reached when the passive income generated by your automated investments exceeds your living expenses. At that point, you are no longer required to trade your time for money to survive. Your time becomes truly your own. This is the real definition of being financially free. It's not about being idle. It's about having the autonomy to pursue work, projects, and passions that align with your purpose without the primary driver being a paycheck. The automated allocation habit builds this systematically. One portion of your automation goes to a liquid emergency fund, your peace of mind fund, another to long-term growth investments, your freedom fund, and perhaps another to midterm goals or skill acquisition, your opportunity fund. This structured, automated approach ensures you are building resilience on all fronts simultaneously. Data from the Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances consistently shows that households with systematic, automatic savings plans have a median net worth many times higher than those without, regardless of income level. This wealth translates into real-world benefits far beyond a large bank statement. It reduces stress-related health issues, improves relationship quality by removing money fights, and increases overall life satisfaction by providing a profound sense of security and progress. It grants you the ultimate luxury, time, and peace of mind. Furthermore, this habit has a generational impact. The wealth and, more importantly, the financial literacy and disciplined habits you build can be passed on, creating a legacy of stability and opportunity for your family. You break the cycle of paycheck to paycheck, living not just for yourself, but for those who come after you. By sticking to this automated process, you are effectively building a personal asset empire brick by brick, month by month, without requiring constant attention or sophisticated stock-picking skills. You are harnessing the relentless, predictable power of global economic growth over the long term. In a world of noise and hype, this quiet, boring, automated habit is the proven superhighway to financial independence. It turns the immense, daunting goal of being rich into a simple, manageable, daily process. You are not chasing a destination. You are faithfully following a process that guarantees the destination will come to you. You might be thinking, this sounds logical, but my situation is different. I have debt, my income is too low, I have too many bills. This is the critical moment where most people disengage and remain stuck. Let me be unequivocal. The habit of automated allocation is not only still possible in these circumstances, it is actually the only way out of them. The principles adapt to your starting line. The core idea is not save a huge amount, but pay your future self first, automatically, no matter what. Even if that amount is $1, $5, or $10, the ritual, the system, is infinitely more important than the initial dollar figure. Why? Because the habit itself is the catalyst for change. Making that tiny, automated transfer to a savings or investment account before paying anyone else does three powerful things. First, it establishes you as a priority in your own financial life. It is a psychological declaration that your future matters. Second, it creates a small but tangible gap between your income and expenses. To accommodate that gap, you will unconsciously begin to scrutinize your spending, finding creative ways to stretch the remaining money. You might cancel an unused subscription, cook one more meal at home, or opt for a cheaper alternative. This is not forced deprivation. It is intelligent reallocation guided by a positive goal, funding your future, rather than a negative fear, not having enough. Third, that small, growing account becomes a beacon of hope. Watching it grow, even slowly, provides motivation and proof that change is possible. Now, let's address debt, especially high-interest consumer debt from credit cards. The automated allocation habit works in tandem with a debt repayment strategy. The most psychologically powerful method is to allocate a tiny, symbolic amount to your future self account automatically, even $25, and then throw every other available dollar at your smallest debt using the debt snowball method. Why keep funding the future with debt hanging over you? Because stopping the savings habit completely makes you feel like you are moving backwards, which is demoralizing and often leads to giving up. The tiny automated savings maintains your identity as a saver and an investor, even while you are primarily a debt destroyer. Once a debt is paid off, you take the entire monthly payment you were putting toward it and split it between your automated savings investment allocation and attacking the next debt. This creates a powerful, accelerating feedback loop of progress. For those with low income, the concept is the same but scaled. Use technology to your advantage. Apps can automatically round up your spare change from purchases and invest it. They can save $5 on a schedule. The amount is irrelevant at the start. The ingrained behavior is everything. As you build the habit, your mind will actively seek ways to increase the allocation. You might pursue a small skill for a micro raise, a side gig for a few hours, or identify a recurring expense to eliminate. The habit drives income seeking and frugality from a place of empowerment, not desperation. The data supports this start small approach. A study from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that individuals who set up automated savings, even for minuscule amounts, were significantly more likely to increase their savings rate over the following year compared to those who didn't automate. The system creates its own momentum. It also builds what economists call financial slack, a small buffer that prevents you from needing high-interest payday loans or credit card debt when an unexpected $200 expense arises. This breaks the cycle of poverty finance, where one small emergency creates a debt that takes years to escape. Your automated peace of mind fund, even if it's only a few $100s, is your shield against this cycle. Over time, as your income inevitably grows through career advancement and skill acquisition, the automated system captures that growth effortlessly. If you get a $100 a month raise, you can automatically allocate 50% of it to your future self without ever feeling the difference in your daily life. This is how lifestyle inflation is systematically defeated. The system scales with you. It ensures that as you earn more, your freedom fund grows proportionally faster, accelerating your timeline to financial independence. This adaptable, process-oriented approach makes the habit universally applicable. It works for the student, the single parent, the entrepreneur, and the corporate executive. The tactics, the percentage, the account types may differ, but the core habit remains identical, automatically paying your future self first, without fail, before the world gets its share. This is the non-negotiable ritual that separates those who control their money from those who are controlled by it. It is the great financial equalizer, a tool available to anyone with a bank account and the decision to start. We have journeyed through the philosophy, psychology, mathematics, and practical application of this one transformative habit. Now it's time to transcend knowledge and take definitive, irrevocable action. Understanding this habit is worthless if you do not implement it. The gap between knowing and doing is where dreams of financial freedom go to die. Today, right now, we close that gap. Your future self is pleading with you to start. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. One version of you continued on the same path, reacting to bills, feeling constant low-grade anxiety about money, watching opportunities pass by because you lacked the capital or the courage that comes with security. The other version of you, the one who takes action today, set up a simple automated transfer. That version now has a growing asset base, a profound sense of calm and real options in life. The difference between these two futures is not 5 years of complex financial maneuvering. It is the 5 minutes it takes to set an automated system today. So here is your direct, step-by-step call to action. First, open a new browser tab or take out your phone. Do not wait until later. Later is the code word for never. Step 1. Identify your primary checking account where your income is deposited. Step 2. Open 2 new accounts online right now. One is a high-yield savings account. This is your emergency, peace of mind fund. The other is an investment account with a reputable, low-cost provider like Vanguard, Fidelity, or a reliable robo-advisor. This is your freedom fund. If you have debt, open just the savings account for now. Step 3. Log into your main bank's online bill pay or transfer system. Set up an automatic recurring transfer. It happens the day after you typically get paid. If you are paid on the 1st, set the transfer for the 2nd. Pay your future self before you pay Netflix, before you pay for coffee, before you do anything else. Step 4. Decide on your starting amount. Be ruthlessly realistic but consistent. Is it $50 per paycheck? $20? $100? Even $10? The number does not matter. The automation matters. Set it up. Step 5. For the investment account. Set up an automatic purchase of a low-cost, broad market index fund, like an S&P 500 ETF or a total market fund with that transferred money. This puts the entire process on autopilot. Money moves, money invests, all without you lifting a finger. That's it. The system is now live. You have just installed your financial freedom engine. Your only job from this day forward is to never cancel these automatic transfers. Treat them as the most important bill. You have a bill you owe to your own future and freedom. As your life changes, you can log in and increase the amounts, but never decrease or stop them. This is the covenant you make with yourself. To lock in this commitment, I want you to do one more thing. In the comments below, type automation activated. This public declaration creates accountability and connects you with thousands of others on the same journey. Share your starting amount if you feel comfortable. Let's build a community of future millionaires supporting each other. Also, hit the like button on this video right now. This tells the YouTube algorithm that this is life-changing content, so it can reach more people who are trapped in financial stress and need to hear this message. And of course, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in the coming weeks, I will be releasing deep dive videos on exactly how to optimize each part of this system, how to choose the best accounts, how to allocate between funds, how to increase your income to fuel this engine faster, and how to mentally navigate the journey. You've got the master key. I'll help you open every door. Remember, financial freedom is not a distant fantasy reserved for the lucky or the born rich. It is a predictable, mathematical outcome of a simple, automated habit performed consistently over time. You don't need more willpower, you need a better system. You now have that system. The power to change your entire financial destiny is literally at your fingertips. Start now. Your future self will thank you for the rest of your life. Automation activated. Let's begin.